Ellen, what does he know about motivating people? And we trainers, that's what we do. You guys are professionals at this stuff. I ain't. All right. What a fine group we have here. I'll bet you that surprised the hell out of you, didn't it? Look at that old guy. What did he know? Old beat up guy from the streets of Compton, felon. What does he know about motivating people? And we trainers, that's what we do. You guys are professionals at this stuff. I ain't never read a book in my life on how to train somebody, how to teach somebody anything. The only teacher I have is experience. Old fashioned. And for me, folks, ladies and gentlemen, I really don't want anybody to show me how to do something if they ain't never done the shit themselves. I really don't want an expert on how to do anything. I'm gonna teach you how to fight, but I ain't never been in a fight. I'm gonna teach you how to swim, but I ain't never even been in the water. You gotta experience something in order to be able to tell somebody else how to do and really have something behind what you're saying. I'm not saying the textbooks are worthless, they're good. I have studied every once in a while when I was in school. I did graduate, so I did a little studying in my time. I'm the crazy guy you see on YouTube using all the bad words and F this and F that and F overtraining. Ooh, I hit a sore note there. F overtraining. What I'm really saying when I say F overtraining is don't use overtraining as your excuse not to push yourself to your absolute limit. My whole focus on my method, my whole crazy ranting, cussing, everything I do is based on training something that you won't find in a textbook. And I think, without a doubt, is the most important part of any training regimen or routine. And to train the will, muscles and routines and exercises are good. But if you can train a person's will, how you do that? You gotta go through here. You gotta go right through here. If you can train their willpower, get them to believe that they can do anything, that they are unstoppable, well, you've done something then you are a trainer. Anybody can learn how to do this many sets and that many reps and have theories on how beneficial this way of doing it is. But the intangible factor, the willpower, training that person, that individual, that man, woman, or child, training their willpower, that's the missing element. Why? Because I fucking said so, that's why.
Come on, man.
Training willpower. I talked to Bonsoor and Jeff yesterday about the competition that you guys had, and I see you guys with nice trophies on the desk. That's great. That's fantastic. But by far, the most touching of the stories that they told me were about people Is there a 70-year-old gentleman in here?
Yeah, man.
Said close to 70 years old. Sir, your story touched me. Your story motivated me. There's an athlete in here with MS. I don't know if everybody knows. Okay, you do know. Sir, your story touched the fuck out of me. What he has is what I try to teach. You can show him how to do this and show him, of course, he can learn the techniques, he can learn this. But what it takes for him and him to do what they do, fucking will. How do you teach someone will? Gotta start here. Will is the key. Will. Willpower. I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. I don't know much as you do, I'm sure. I'm sure everybody in here is more learned than I, much more of a scholar than I. But I know about coming back from seemingly unsurmountable odds. I know about coming back from when doctors tell you that you can't or that you shouldn't. Oh, you're too old. You should sit down somewhere and take it easy. Yeah, I got my AARP card in my wallet right now. The same group. So you should sit down, sir, because of your diagnosis, and don't do a damn thing.
Yes, man. Hey, let's make sure we're going. I'm trying to use this new little setup here. Boom. Okay. Did it stop? Okay. Looks like it did. All right, man. I'm getting the hang of this. Hey. Yeah, Jim Rohn's great, huh? That's the good stuff, man. They don't ever stop me when I use Jim Rohn. Lately, when I use certain music, they stop me. All right, so we got our. So let's try to bring. Let me see. Maybe I won't fuck with it right now. Maybe we'll just do YouTube. Let's just keep practicing with this software. So yeah, you should just see me, huh? Got the logo on there. We got 30 people. I haven't told anyone. It's the algorithm. Fuck algorithms. That's where I'm at with the algorithms. That's my new thing, man. Whenever someone's like, as soon as they say it, fuck the algorithm, man. I just say it real fast. I just want the universe to know that. Fuck algorithms. When it comes to social, pisses me off. So I don't do shit to them. So if you want more people on your live, let's switch over here to the stocks. I need another monitor here. I got a guy supposed to be helping me down, or will be helping me down here. All right, everybody should see it. Just fine. All right, so we've been day trading the. My name's Gerald Peters. Most of you guys know who I am, obviously. I don't think it would have picked up anybody random, but you never know. We trade with the money flow. Tweet this trading society here, MFG, affectionately. A follower gave me that many years ago. I just took it. Well, it was his idea. He said it first, and I hadn't thought of that. I was calling it the Money Flow Trading Society, but I hadn't come up with I don't know why, it's stupid as that sounds. And he said that to me in 48 Laws of Power, baby. I don't know if you've ever read that book. I drive my wife crazy. I'll just play those sometimes, the shortened versions. Let me tweet this. What we're looking at here is the Tqqq on the 1 minute. I've been doing this little, I don't know, experiment. My goal here isn't to be a live streaming day trader. That's not what I'm doing. It's to kind of, I'm always trying to think of different ways to present the money flow. And if you're going to walk around telling people that time's fucking fractal and it works on any level, well, then it should work on any level. So I think it was like in January, I put that channel in our Discord. Because I used to try to, now we got stage 2 breakout underway. I used to try to persuade people not to day trade. Partly is if I could talk you out of it and you didn't do it, you probably shouldn't be doing it. And it's hard. Most people don't have time. They really don't have the time. And then they try to do it. And, they get stressed out. They end up not liking trading. And really what you want to do is adjust trading to your time. But, you can day trade very easily. Hold on, let's pull this one up. See, I need help like this. People should be sending this out, man. And you got to go live to share it. So we got a stage 2 breaking out, and I'll start to break this down. Maybe I can. I'm going to try being super nice. My friends tried to have an intervention with me the other day. My friends, you got those weirdo friends that don't trade stocks. And you just have those friends in your life. We got a stage 2 breaking out. So with the money flow is always in play, man. Time is always going. That's what you got to understand. Time is time, man. Time is a complicated subject. It really is. That right there, by the way, is the only candlestick pattern that I give a shit about, and that's called a doji, or I call it a Jesus cross. The only reason I do that is just to be a little obnoxious so people get the point, and also to create my own lexicon. Google that. And that there's money flow language. I don't use other people's words. I've always done this where I just make up my own shit, and for the longest time in real estate, I'm like, what do you call that? And they're like, oh, I'm like, oh, like I have my own name for that. I didn't know it was called a burr, and it's like, fuck their acronyms. I'm gonna use my own. Create your own, create your own family. Boom, here we go. 4212, baby. Just let me know if you can't hear me, man. 4213. Hold on, we may get some echo. I'm going to try to listen to my damn self. Man, the sound's good here. I'm only showing 2 likes, and I'm one of them, so click some likes, man. All right. I'd be trimming right here. I got the wrong setting. The only thing I do different when I'm day trading is I add an extra RSI. Oh, we didn't hit it. Let me get my screen back here. I got it too. I hate all this space over here. I need to resize it. Every time I move, man, everything is out. It's the only problem. Cry me a fucking river. Are you about to complain about living in multiple houses and all your computers don't line up? Yes, I am. I'm complaining about that. And it requires you to be a tech guy, man. I don't want to be a tech guy, man. I've had to be one my whole life, though. All right, so we got a breakout, and you see price hitting previous high here, right? Now, if you go, this is time. Okay. I'm going to start fucking with this volume. I feel like it's too high. I had a lady. I'm not seeing any comments. Somebody comment, man. Remember, I feel like all right, I'm just going to trudge ahead. I'm going to go back and delete these guys of all my mumbling and bumbling. They say I can't use the R word anymore. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm not even on live. Excuse me. I wasn't on live. Sorry, Jesus. I can't use the R word anymore. There's a whole lot of words. This is a problem I'm having. There's a whole lot of words that I said as a child that were words that, now there's other words for the same thing. And it's like, well, you know what the fuck I mean. And now I got to watch this. This is why I told him, you know what? Turn off the monitor. You know what? Don't even pay me, man. Fuck your algorithm. I don't even want your. I'll sell my own shit. Let's see. All right, so on the Tqqq 1 minute, this is what you call resistance in real time. So if you go in the chapter of the money flow, let's pull it up. Somebody's honking here. Where are we at? Support and resistance, supply and demand. Those are actually slightly different, but very similar, very tied together. Let's keep it simple. Page 100. All right, man. Let me just talk quieter. Can't get the. Hopefully the sound is back. Give me a second here, guys. Anyway, the guy that I got is going to help me. It's really from a different place, man. I'm going to add. I'm going to bring my buddy on, Anthony, to some of the podcasts. Is like to help, and then he can jump in and talk sometimes. Now, he doesn't know shit about stocks, trading, all that. So he's also going to try to learn as we go. Let's see. But his story isn't. There's 3 keys to a successful life: health, wealth, and mindset. This is moving a little slow. We're still at lunch, technically. So we're about to break through here. Keep an eye on this. It hit it right here. You see that? Now, what I try to do, if you want to trade very, very conservative, if there's such a thing, conservative day trading, what I'm using these RSIs for, and I'm using 2, a 7 and a 7 period and a 14. And I'm just wanting to tag into them. So I'm trading, so I'm selling into strength because I know it's going to roll over, man. I got 3 monitors going. I don't even trust them. I got level 2 over here. I watch the level 2 a lot, just price, man. I'm just watching price go across the ticker. I don't know how to teach that. I didn't go to fucking college to be a teacher. I couldn't have, dude. I'd have been arrested. So, dude, sorry, Mr. Peters, I was late. I was late because I throat punch. Don't be late, dude. Fuck out of here. And then I'd be arrested. Let's see. All right. Because I was fucking with all this. I'm still in 600 shares there. So I didn't trim, but that's where I would have trimmed. So as we're watching this, what I'm trying to get across is we're looking at what would be the daily, you know? So one of the things that I believe is that time is fractal. And by fractal, I mean is it can be broken down, man. I think all of life is fractal. Bitcoin is fractal. Man, I feel like this mic is too loud. Bitcoin is fractal. Bitcoin is fractal. And what I'm looking for is I'm a pattern trader, and I'm also a discretionary trader. Fuck their algorithms. And I don't mind codes and algorithms. I always get the guy that comes in, oh, Gerald, let's code the money flow. And they immediately want to start coding it. It's like, man, why don't you just get in flow for a while, man? How are you going to program something you don't know? Man, fucking relax. It ain't as simple as green line, cross, red line, click, buy. That's not what we're doing. We're watching the flow of price, man. We're in flow. We're in flow. Now you might go, but I'm too busy, Gerald. I'm too busy driving a bread truck to look at a chart. Let's see. So we got clear resistance building here. Are you serious, dude? Come on. They're going to try to throttle me right now. I may have to get off Instagram. It's going pretty good, man. I'm up about 1,500 points, it looks like, today. I don't know. Anybody in the MFG, if you up some points, man, let me know how many points you're up, because to be honest, I got to go back and look at my log. I'm doing a little experimenting. I can't tell you. You guys will start doing it with me. I'm doing a little experiment with TSLL. So far, so good, but it's too soon. Yeah, I'm on YouTube. I just haven't been on this account for a minute, so. My man Ben said he's up 862 points, paper trading GP. Thank you very much, sir. That is beautiful. My God, man. I am proud of you, bro. Let's pin that. I assume you're a bro. If you're a girl, I apologize. My God, Adam's up. Come on, baby. Man. Oh. Oh, no, thank me, man. You got to get up and do it. That's the thing. We can do it. The hard part is doing it. I get them all the time. They're like, they start day trading. I'm like, dude, this is really hard, man. I was like, you need a good 6 months. What that 6 months does is it takes you through a couple earnings. It takes you through a couple freakouts. President poops his pants. Russia does some shit. There's this, the Federal Reserve talks. You get to go through all that stuff. And in there's all kinds of preconceived ideas and notions. You're like, don't do this and don't do when this, like maybe not. Maybe that's for your system. Maybe my system functions really good under that. So there's no, remember that. There's, even anything that I show someone, ultimately, I mean, they got to prove for themselves. If it ain't for them, move on. And I used to have sometimes where people, it wouldn't be for them. And then they just want to hang around and like start trying to, I'm like, dude, there's nothing's being changed here. Fuck off, go somewhere else. Like if you found something you're doing and it works for you, do it, man. You don't ever like keep doing it. I was talking to a guy the other day, he's doing this real estate thing, kept working. He's like, what do you think? Why are you asking me, man? Keep doing it. If something works, just keep doing it. And a lot of times you can't know if a strategy works in a month. You got to get like 500 trades. And look at how many we've had today, man. And again, just project this to a daily chart and it'll show you, it takes a couple of years, man. That's why I tell people, it takes them a couple of years to learn the money flow. Not if they're trading on the lower because they're learning it faster. But if you're just doing swing trades on a daily, it's going to take a couple of years, man. You have to go through a bunch of market cycles. Because look, on a daily chart, this run up, this is a month. You're day trading today. That was 30 minutes. So, I mean, this is 11. Look at these cycles into the RSI. Now, you saw all these people saying, oh, I'm up 1,000 points. I'm up 800 points. All of these trades are the same. Anchor point, apex point. 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 And as you trade this, you know that. I mean, that's the cycle. But notice, even in that cycle, it's just what? Grinding higher. So think on this. It's pretty obvious right there, right? So if this goes into a sell here, which is what we're seeing, price is now below the 20 moving average. The 5-day is about to cross the 10. Now they haven't crossed yet, and price hasn't necessarily closed below it. But what we're witnessing is that pattern, right? So as I stay in flow, whether it be a 30, I'm doing a 1 minute, so it goes fast for us. Over, we're starting to come down. Now, I would assume if we come down, we're going to come down to where we came before, because that's what they call support. That's part of the strategy, right? But it might not. And so I don't want to jump just because it went there. I'm not trying to predict it in the sense that, I want to be in flow. I mean, I don't want to worry about stage 4 until we're actually in a stage 4. And then the moment we're in a stage 4, bada bing, bada boom, now I'm doing this game. But what direct? I'm playing to the upside. I don't need to be up and long. That's too complicated. So what I'm waiting for here, if this sells off, and I'm still in though, by the way, 600 shares. I'll clean all this up in just a second. I would get out then. But remember, we got in over here. We took some off here. If I'm trading conservative, I move my stop to even. I made money. Now it's just a matter of just watching the trade. The money's locked in. Let me clean this up a little. Yeah, I do like talking apex points. Apex points. My friends try to have an intervention with me. Oh, pull up the day trade model. Now watch this right here, okay? So we're going to look to trim probably about 42.20. Tick. All right. I said I was going to calm down today, man. I'm going to try to be normal and nice. I was talking with some people about a radio show, and they had an intervention with me, man. They were like, Joe, you can't do that stuff. What stuff? Start saying things like that. You can't say things like that. Can't say the R word. Can't say the R word. Can't talk about weight. Can't say someone's stupid. So I was talking with these guys about I've been working on this idea for a radio show called Blue Collar Millionaire. Showing ways that people, looks like we're dropping. Oh God, I don't even have the fucking live view. See, this is why I need help. So we're back under the 20. Sorry about that. Now we're back to live feed. So I go to this meeting and we're watching it, remember? Stage 1, 2, and look, stopped right at previous high and we hit our first target. Now I'm still in the trade, still got 600 shares. Let me double check. I'm up $240. No, I'm up $216 because I got a little out of flow messing with the YouTube channel. And luckily it didn't go down. So we had rode this, took a bunch off, started right around here. I start messing with YouTube. Remember, go look when I went live. And I kept looking over because I got it on a couple different monitors. So I run price on like 5 monitors, Then it goes over. A buddy of mine said, real traders don't use phones or pads. I was like, huh? Damn. I went and told my wife, I'm not even a real trader. She's like, what do you mean? I didn't. Apparently you can't do it on a pad, man. She's like, you've been doing it on a pad since there's been pads. I know. I didn't know. I just learned. Now I'm a real trader. I thought the $1 million I had in the market helped a little bit, but I didn't know that. So I got to get some new monitors. Hey, get ready. Remember, once we get a gain, we don't want to turn this into a loss. Okay. I didn't even know I wasn't real, man. The problem is I went and looked at all the stuff and it's like, I don't know, depends on how loose you want to play this. I was like, man, I don't even want to do that, man. I drink a lot. I can't sit like that. I can't sit in that chair. Let's see. The only time I sit down to trade is when I'm live. I walk around. Like through the house, I take the whole bottom when I'm trading. Sometimes though, man, I just grab my backpack, my stuff, my notebook, man, and I go hang out with my buddy. He does tie-dye stuff. We talk and I trade with him. And then if he's not using a TV and he's got Roku, I'll live cast an extra monitor and I might have one going. I mean, I just take it with me, man. I'll trade at the Ford dealership. Shit. One time they finished my car and I was like, cool, man. I'm just going to hang out here a minute. And he's like, yeah. And I traded till the market closed because I was on fire. And my wife's like, what are you doing? She said, are you done? And I was like, yeah, they finished it like 10:30. It's like 2:30. What are you doing? I'm in the break room, man. I'm trading. I'm up like $2,000. What am I going to do? Quit and go home? Nope. I'm going to sit right there in the dealership and trade. I even asked the one dude if they can make some more coffee. Don't leave the casino if you're winning, bro. Let's see. Oh, look how tight this is, dude. So what I'm watching, this is actually we're right on the verge of a sell signal. Right? I mean, right there. Look at this. This is why trading gets really tough if you're doing other things on this speed of level. Now, if you're just, if you're doing it on the day, you look at it at the end of the day, you got a fucking night. You look at it. It's like, what the big fucking deal? You got all night. We're doing this in real time. That's a sell signal, right? Stage 4 decline right here. 5 cross 20. Price is below it, but we got a little support. Now what? That was our Doge reverse apex. This is where we got in. And we already took some off. So I'm not going to let this turn into a loser. I don't know exactly where you got in, but I would move the stop to there. And you say, well, I'm going to get stopped out. We'll get stopped out. We'll get right back in. That's called trading, dude. You got to be fast, nimble. That's why it's hard to do this if you're distracted. You got, a baby in one hand and whatever in the other. You're just going to have a hard time being in flow because you can't watch it. So I've not allowed this is too close, man. I'm going to give this a minute because I've made a lot of money today. So I can be a little more nimble. Also, I got half the shares here that I had here. Remember, I took half of them off. Oh, shit. Out. Damn. I got stopped. I got stopped out. That's all right. Look where it stopped to, man. Boom. Back in, baby. We're back in. A friend of mine, he's got, I don't like hotkeys, man. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a hotkey kind of guy. Level 2 has this at 42, 11? I'm sorry. Now I'm getting interested in trading, not talking. And we'll jump back and look at a few stocks here. All right. Woo, baby. Here we go. So this is day 2. Now, the reason I got right, you're like, well, you didn't have 4 bars. I know. But here's what we had. We got all the other components of the money flow. The MACD histogram was going our way, right? TSI is going my way. I do have an anchor that got blown out, and when it came right back in, that's like back in the box. We had support, and I got price above the 5. I got everything but that, so I would take the trade. You just got to, and we've been winning today, so the win's at my back, man. So if I'm super tight, a scalper, he's going to look 42.15. That's not what I'm trying to do, man. I want this RSI to hit right here. We'll give this just a second, man. And then we'll look at some stock. Oh, it's going the other way. Well, let's give it just a second. Make sure we're on. Oh, man. Come on, man.
Bullshit. Hell no. Every time I go to the doctor, they tell me what I shouldn't be doing and what I should be doing and what I won't do and what I can't do. And I politely go out the door and do whatever the fuck I want to do.
Come on.
And I'm going to do that until they throw dirt on top of me. This is my life.
Push-up time.
And I choose to live it the way I want to live it. I won't let you decide how I live this. I don't care how long or short it is. It's mine, motherfucker. And I'm going to use it how I see fit. So your stories motivate me. They say, after 35 years of lifting weights,
hey, get ready to add shares here.
Open heart surgery, dying 3 times.
If we jump
table CT, what motivates you? Your story motivates me. Your story motivates me. The stories of extreme will. People that came through something or circumstances that they were not supposed to go through. You just ain't supposed to be able to do it.
Oh, fuck.
They did it any goddamn way. It's impossible. I've heard that so many times. It's just impossible. It can't be done. Horrible, Wilbur Wright. I know they had to get it at me. Fly? Y'all crazy. You're supposed to fly, we have wings.
Hold.
Roger Bannister.
Keep it open.
4 minutes mile. You know what the fuck I'm trying to say. Anyway.
It's still holding that.
I'm sure they told him it couldn't be done. They've been saying it couldn't be done for years. No way you can run a mile in under 4 minutes, Roger. Roger said
4203.
And politely took his crazy ass out there on the track and did.
We're going up.
It is impossible.
It's going up.
Until some crazy son of a bitch has the audacity to believe that no matter what the expert or the doctor says, I can still do that shit. And if you don't believe it, just sit your ass down over there and watch me do it. You don't believe it.
Come on.
My favorite
histogram's turning.
Story is not of, I love boxing, by the way. My favorite Olympic story.
Close. I'm out.
I remember her act. She was in.
I'm out right there. We're out. Damn. We'll give that a minute. Let me clean this up for you. Damn. And yeah, I was watching it over here, man, and I like to watch that level too, and you'll see the numbers coming faster, because it's coming faster. That's what algorithmic trading, all those high frequency guys, it's coming, and there's a slight delay when it comes off the stock market. If you're right there in real time, you're probably getting the price 30 seconds before it's being spread, even in today's world, man. And there's people that they spend tons of money on real estate just to be within a mile or next to, they're hedge funds do some crazy shit, man. I knew a dude that worked at, look at that. See, we're out. I'm out. So we're already out. I'm just watching. If this breaks, I'm going to assume it goes to the next one. Okay. And let's check the higher time frame. Let's look at the 10-minute for a second. 10-minute. Look, stage 3 on 10-minute, right? So look, sideways, up, sideways. Now it's coming down. So on our higher time frame, we got it topping out. Makes sense. Let's go to the 30. It's not the RSI is not that high though. And 30. Look, you see that resistance we were hitting? It's called time continuum. Man, my first mentor called it triple screen, where you're looking at 3 time frames. You're probably trading in the direction of the higher. You could vary it this, but that's what they call that. Yeah, I'm trading on the 1 minute in the direction of primary trend. I will tell you this, if the primary trend obviously is the daily chart and it's in a stage 2. If you get down to a 1 minute, that don't necessarily mean you can't have 2-3 down days. And so you then got to, use a higher time frame that's not quite the same. So you can be in a full-blown little mini bear market for the next 2-3 days, day trading, but the overall trend, see here we are still going down. So I'm not trying to capture every one of them, right? Today I'm trading to the upside, so that's it. So if it goes down, it's just going to go down without me. I'm not trying to catch every trade. I'm trying to catch setups that are my setups. I'm going to swing at mine, like my setup. Now we're coming right into this 200. Shh. Better get your finger on the trigger. So I'm going to come in with 1,000. I didn't even know you couldn't be a real trader on a pad, man. I've been doing it so long. On my phone too. I actually practice the mobile setup, man. Like if I'm going somewhere and like say a friend of mine, because I don't have to, I could just, not trade today, no big deal. I got bazillions of swings and plenty of other shit. I just like to do it, man. I can, I like teaching it, like doing it. If we're going to do it, let's do it. You can't half-ass do it. And you can't, I'm going to do it sometimes. Don't work like that, man. You don't get to be the fucking quarterback sometimes. So if you're going to trade, fucking trade. And otherwise, you're just never going to get any good at it. You're just going to half-ass it, man. That's what, I get people like, well, sometimes. No, there's no fucking sometimes. Either do it or get the fuck out, dude. You're just wasting time. We're not kids anymore, man. Right? We're all adults. And I was at a tattoo parlor yesterday. If you saw my buddies get, come on. I'm going to take a shot at it. It's a little early. That's a little early. It's all right jumping a little early if you have a reason. I told you the reason that we would bounce there, and I thought we had support all the way across. All right. Basically in that zone, but they're probably going to hold the 200. So now what? These would be my targets. And these would be over fast, It's trading. Look, we got the MACD on our side. We just started getting the curl. That's fast, right? And yet it's not fast. It's not fast for sitting there staring at it. It is fast. It's, so I do other shit, man. I'll be writing. Usually I'm not live streaming, trying to run, that and talk and teach while doing it. But it seems like a lot, I have people in my ears. But sometimes, they know. I mean, I'll just tell people, hey, I'm trading till whatever day. Time. Like, fuck off. Don't call me. That's what I'm doing. Or reading or whatever. You have to, especially as a real estate investor, man. Okay, we may be getting knocked out here. A lot of times if I jump early, I'll take half size. Because we were right there, man. I just jumping, hoping it was going to bounce off that too, because it'll do it a lot. If it's out, I'm out. We'll let it come in. But see, I'm waiting for a setup to the upside, not to the downside. So I'd rather just get out. I'm not going to switch. I bet this holds here. So I'm going to be ready to add to this because I'm only in 1,000. I've been trading 2,000 today. I'm going to drop it to 500 though. And whenever, always be ready on your next trade, man. So doesn't matter. Oh, see, we're breaking. Fuck. Yeah, I'm out. We're out. So you take a little loss. That was, you heard me say it. I was jumping early. And that's 85 points, just like that. And that might happen to you a couple times as it establishes a base here. And that's okay, man. You don't want to get hurt about that. Whatever. That was a good trade. That was a good trade. But there's my pivot. There's where I was expecting to break and run. And when it popped like that over the 5 and everything else was set up, that made me jump. I'll jump every time though. Come on, baby. If it's going to, come my way. It's obviously, what you don't want to do is be taking that into a downtrend and you're trying to force it to the upside when everything is telling you downside. That's what you don't want to do. And honestly, I don't know, maybe if you got a good feel that day and you didn't get it on that, maybe you only got in on 100 shares. Like maybe you're not as aggressive as me. I might give it a second here, but you can't you can't ride this fucker down. At some point you got to call it. So don't do that unless you have a good feel. Sometimes you'll get in flow, man. That's just intuition, man. That's Tom Brady looking and going, fuck me, we're going to go this. Audible, blue, In the beginning, I would do that a lot less. I told you, man. I'm back in this time. See, now I'm pushing it, right? Because I lost on the last one, I'm only back in for half. If this loses, the next one will be half of that, dude. That's game theory, man. If I'm losing, I don't want to bet more. I want to bet less. Because it's not about this trade. It's about all trades, right? So I don't need to make it back today. I'm going to go ahead and add to this. We're going to press it a little more. What's the level 2? 41.96. All right. We'll see. Same setup we had here, right? But right back in, see, to me, this is almost back in the box, man. I don't know about you. And it may not be. If we take a hit on this, I'm going to downsize it and give it a minute because you can start to get out of whack and you don't want to fuck with yourself. And if you're up thousands of dollars on the day, don't let 1 o'clock start to take that money. You might just need to step aside, man. But I'm not the kind of guy that's like, oh, I only like to trade 20 minutes in the morning. I don't even understand that. I don't know what that means. Just say this trade gets going, we'll go check some other stocks.
A marathon run. And it took her so long to finish.
Push-ups.
Lights was off. Stadium was almost
41.97.
vacant. Everybody was leaving. That lady finally came in. She got about 25 yards from the finish line. And she fell. She fell down. Whew. Man, 25 miles, over 25 miles. Last 25 yards.
I'm going to add some shares.
She fell. There was no crowd there to cheer her. It was gone. And they ran out to assist her. And she shooed them away. Oh, hell no. I come too far. I work too hard. I'm going to cross this finish line under my own power. And that lady took that one good arm, she had one, and she drug herself across the finish line. How do you teach that? How do you teach that? That's my mission, to be able to teach people that kind of will and desire. How do you teach that? How do you teach people to not look at something and say immediately, because the appearance, I can't do it. I give up before they even attempt it. Oh, that's overtraining. Simply because it's
not our go right now, man.
More than I ever done before. I can't.
Well, it's good to have losers too. On last few times I've been live, they've all been winners. Not all, but bam. It's all right. Now, that's a couple, man. It's a couple in a row, right? What is that, 2 in a row? That means might be a little out of flow here on the one. Oh. Did you? I didn't hit the button. I ain't gonna lie. I'm still holding 1,300. I'm having this problem. Anybody else having this problem? I'm probably gonna regret that I said that. Anybody else having this problem on E-Trade where you're having to refresh? Ever since they moved to this Morgan Stanley, everything looks the same, but it's not working. Like I'll put in an order and then I got to refresh it to see it. It's fun. I don't understand. I'm trying to be patient and give them a minute. All right. Yeah, let's close it. All right, I'm going to close this and move on to some other. This bitch is going to pop right back. Keep an eye on it if you're in there, if you're trading, man. Don't let them take all the money back, though, heading to the downside. We had a great day this morning. Keep an eye on that higher time frame, and once you're up good and you put in some work, man, you can walk. Ain't nothing wrong with walking. I bet this holds, though. This is going to build around this here, man. I bet this holds. We'll come back to it. I've got no, it broke. It broke. I got an intraday trade going on Tesla here, and I'm up, man, and I'm thinking about closing it just to offset that loss we just had. Because I'm up $165 in that one. I've been doing a little experimenting with this TSLL on the intraday time frame. I don't know. I'll talk about it later. Let's look at some other stocks, man. All right. Where are we at? TSLY. Let's check this out real quick. Come on. And we're going to get to some. All I only have one monitor here. This thing just keeps creeping, man. Just keeps on a creeping. I got a pretty nice position in this. If I had a small position, I'd probably keep mine. I ain't gonna lie. We're trying to get established into these. And the yields are just ridiculous. So there's so many of them. You know, they just came out with the Exxon one. They just came out with the JP Morgan one. All that stuff. So I think the one that I'm adding to today that I added to yesterday was CONY. And look, the fund's new. That's why it looks like that. So whenever you get them new, just drop them down to a 1 hour and it'll make more sense. But basically it's coin. It's the leveraged income fund of coin. So it hasn't ripped. This one and Apple are the two that I've been adding to mostly. The Apple one, APLY. Again, a lot of this is just to establish positions in these. I mean, the yields are so high. It's like this. Let me get at least $100, $200 a month on it. I mean, it's easy. Some of these funds, I mean, a couple grand is throwing off $100 a month. So, go back. I mean, I told you that shit was going to happen, man. I can feel it. I can feel it come. Let's see. We've been in flow today, man. Made a little over 2,000 points. I gave back about 300-400 points there when we were fucking around earlier. So we'll see. I can't have it jump like that on me right around here, back into the box. I mean, anybody's day trading in there with this? I'm gonna be honest. It's been pretty easy the last. Oh, it turned again. Fuck. It's going to play us, man. It's going to play with our emotions. It's been pretty easy the last couple weeks. So don't take that as I should quit my job and run off and be a day trader. It's been pretty easy. I'm not going to lie. And it's not uncommon to have losing weeks, losing months. And sometimes lately it seems like it's been so easy. If we have a losing day, man, it's like we need some fucking therapy. I'm like, okay, you might lose tomorrow and the next day and the next fucking day. How many days are you going to lose and show up, man? What number are you going to quit on? Man? Maybe number 9. I don't know. What's your quit number, man? Everybody's got a quit number. Not me. Take it to fucking 0. That's my quit number. None of you can say that, by the way. None of you. I ain't got a friend one that can say that. They all broke. Let's see. COVID broke all of them, man. It broke all of you. It did. Not all. There's probably a couple. It broke most of my friends, most of the money flow. They lost heart. You know why? Because they didn't say take it to 0. We're hanging in there. Take it to 0. Yeah, everybody did, man. My richest friend called me about to cry. That's how I knew it was the bottom, because this dude's a dipshit. He doesn't know jack shit about the stock market. And he's got like $13 million in the stock market. Don't let how much money you got in the stock market make you think they know anything about stocks. Because typically, people don't get money in the stock market typically the way I did. Where you open up with $250 and you grind it for 20 fucking years, learning to trade and build out that's not how most people do it. Most people spend 0 fucking time on it. They spend all their time on their job. And then if they have a big hit my thing's not refreshing. Did we get stuff? If they have a big hit in business, then they sell their business and they have a big liquidity thing. And then they put it in the stock market and then they walk around freaking out all the fucking time talking about gold and the end of the world. That's what they do. And that's what my friend did. He went one day from having no money in the stock market to having $5 million. And they put him into, this was the big fucking grand plan for them. He went to a money manager and they put him in Ready? Drum roll. 20 blue chip stocks. I mean, the hard ones too. 3M, Pfizer, Verizon. I mean, they pulled out all the analyst research. AT&T, Dow. We got to give them a little bit of little Amazon, Google, Apple. Let me see. You know, the portfolio that every third grader with an M1 fucking finance account has. That's what they gave him. And then, you know, some shit, an algorithm. You went up and hit the button and you go, here's 20 stocks you should own. Okay. But instead, he pays someone fucking 30 grand a year to manage that. And then here's what they do. He was paying $200 a trade. Kid you not. This is not 2010. I was paying $30 a trade at the time. No, I was paying $14. I'm gonna hold this for just a second. I was paying. I'm willing to take a loss here. If you're not, I'd probably get out. I'm gonna give it just a second. So he pays like $200 a trade because it's personal management. Like they hold your hand, and when you get scared, they'll call you and they'll go, Brian, have a seat, Brian. Brian, you know my name's Randy. I have a finance degree from blah, blah, blah. I have my MBA from Wharton. I've worked for Goldman Private Wealth Management. Now, I know you saw on YouTube that we call you Muppets. That's because we love the Muppets. That's not derogatory, Paul. That's because we love the Muppets and we want to take care of you. And then they put them in 20 stocks, and then they call him and they say, hey, we think you should sell some 3M and add it to Pfizer. And we're going to send you over this 1,700-page report on why we think it's a good idea. Or if you just email me back and say, go with it. And they send him the 1,700-page report. And then he goes, I'm not fucking reading this. Yeah, dude, just do that. Okay, thanks. And guess why they did that? Let me tell you. Look, that's why they did that. They were in the office and they go, do we have any clients that have 3M? Yeah. What's the true value? Hold on. Let me call more. Let's call downstairs and see. And they're going to say, it's about 112. Okay. 112. RSI 70. It's 112. Okay. Let's see. All right. It's time for us to make some money. Call Paul and tell him he needs to trim 3M. But you can't just tell him the RSI. I mean, send him that 1,700-page report that we wrote on. Remember that? Yeah. Send him that thing. And then Paul gets that. And I go, hey, let me see. Somebody pull up Morningstar and tell me what it is on 3M right now. This is how fucking comical this is. Hold on. Now, this guy's way smarter than me. Way smarter than me. Way. Owns a massive business. He's done great in business. I mean, I'm not even. Let's see. 3M. Let's see. Hopefully you can hear me, you two. I hate the way it does it on the. Oh, fair value, 131. So that wasn't a good example. But let's say it was 111. Then they sell some, and then it comes down. Paul's like, man, these guys are really smart. I know. They're geniuses. And then they take this and they roll it to Pfizer. That's the grand fucking plan. Now, what they do know is what stocks are pretty decent. And so the way that they do that is they just spread them. They don't know, man. They don't know what the fuck it's. So anyway, my point to that is he just never learned. I mean, it's crazy. I don't understand it. He just never applied himself to this stuff, man. He just doesn't do it every day. No matter what I would tell him, he just, And then every time there's a crash, it's the end of the fucking world, and it's all my money and all this babbling, crybaby bullshit, adding to the trade. But I'm telling you, man, that's why I'm telling you got to hear this. And tell them, Doc, when the market's going up, everybody's a stud, and they're like, oh, I'm in for life. You're never getting, and it's like, okay. And then market, I'm at 2,000 shares, by the way. Market crashes, crickets. Never hear from that mofo again. I got one, Doc, you might appreciate this. I got a guy as a pharmacist here in New Orleans. He used to be in the MFG. Got out of the stock market. I keep sending him updates in my brokerage account. Yesterday, he said, I don't appreciate that, Gerald. I said, well, stop being a little bit, get back to the stock market. You obviously don't have any men in your life. Your daddy should be telling you that too. Stop being a dipshit and get back to investing. You don't want to hear that? Does that bother you? I had this conversation with a tattoo artist yesterday. Guy's a brilliant tattoo artist. If you watch my story, I mean, he does amazing tattoos. And I said, hey, man. I mean, he's booked up, dude. You got to be, here we go. You got to do private. It's all private and shit. Hey, you might have a chance to add here. So we got our stop here. Stage 4 decline, right? We can see all this in line. Oh, we're getting busted out, man. Maybe we take our money and call it a day, but we'll keep playing it out here. I'm gonna wait for this thing to close, though. I don't like to get busted out on the way down in case they're playing with us. Still holding their prices, so let's give it just a second. So we're talking, and I'm like, hey, man, are you on Instagram? And he's like, yeah. You know, I put a picture of the tattoo, and I go, look. I'm like, because he had a cool look. He's all tatted up, cool shop, great artist. I'm like, man, you should do more shit on Instagram. You should go live, man. He had all these lights. Let's go live right now. And he's like, and then he starts talking about, yeah, I don't post as much as I used to because the algorithm. I said, it's the algorithm. And he's like, yeah. What do you mean? I have no I do it for a living. I have no fucking idea what he's talking about. And he's like, well, when I post, you know, I guess it didn't get enough likes for him or it didn't do whatever. And I go, maybe it was just a shitty post. Maybe they don't like your post. Maybe you're not talented at it. And he like, I'm like, dude, it's like art. It's not posting and getting likes. And it's not some mechanical shit like, oh, do this, magic, poof, roll it over, and then that happens. It's not what the fuck it is. No more than art, man. I was like, when you first doodled, did the whole world go, oh, tattoo that on my back, please? You didn't go through any sort of, I was like, did you go through any sort of train up or anything? You know, of course. Well, what the fuck, man? You thought you're just going to roll up into fucking Instagram and all that and put in no work, learn nothing, don't have to struggle at it, and you just fucking be top of the, come on, man. It's called fucking talent and work. That's why nobody clicks on. They didn't like that conversation. And then a little while later, I said, what do you invest in? It's expensive, dude. He's like, well, I'm not really doing that right now. I was like, what are you doing? The broke thing or what? He looked at me. I said, the only outcome of your plan is poverty. That's not very nice, Gerald. I'm adding shares. Don't give a fuck, dude. I'm just telling you the truth. I didn't make up the rules, man. I'm just here. All right, here we go. We're moving up. I mean, most of your, I would imagine the world's finest surgeons probably only practice 20 minutes a day and then their live surgery. I mean, I would think that's what. All right, we'll go back to there. Then I'll get off here. MFG don't stop. Right. We'll see, though, man. The market's been good. We'll see. We got a whole batch of new people in the MFG. We'll see on the next crash. I hope they stay, man. This time I got your mailing address. So people that bail out this time because the market crashes, I'm going to send them a note when Uber goes to 60. I'm going to start sending out cards to people it used to be in. And all it says on the postcard or the Christmas card, told you so. That's it when they open it. Is that mean? My wife says that's mean. I'm sorry. Edit that. I'm trying to do the nice thing from here on out. No more. I'm not going to get mad anymore. Here we go. It's building out, man. Maybe we've lost our mojo, man. We couldn't get above the 200. That's very bearish. If we hit the 200 and head down, this is not good. I know. I'm getting nervous. If this was a daily chart, that's how we'd be looking at that, man. Is, you're drawn to it. And usually you bounce on when you're above it, you usually bounce and you head up. That's a bullish market, man. Once you go under it and hit it, you're probably going to go down a little more. And then that's what sets up the B&B trade, bread and butter, right? If we can catch dividend stocks doing that, we love it. Day trading, not so much. Look where it stopped. God damn it. How many shares am I in? I might downsize my share count if I'm going to give this just a second because I'm in for a lot of shares. Yeah, I just sold half of them. Sometimes you can do a split, man. Like say you want to give the trade a second, but it may not be the best idea. Just sell half, give it a second. You got a bar. You are in control. It's not a goddamn computer. Part of discretionary trading is discretionary. Learning how to be discretionary, meaning feel like what is it you're looking for here? I mean, what would be the reason of holding this at this point when it broke support? And it's like, well, it's a goddamn reversal candle right now. So I closed out half just giving it because I feel like it wants to go up, man. And it's because we've had so many good, and it could just be my bias because we've been winning. So the reason I cut it in half was to kind of protect myself from myself. And remember what I said here, tried to get in here, didn't work. Tried to get in here, didn't work. Now this breakout, if that shit ain't working, that's 3 in a row, man. I'm up 2,000 points. I mean, what do we want to give them all back trying to into the last hour and a half of trading? Nah, I might just call it on the day and watch. Maybe I switch over and just try to paper trade for fun. A lot of guys don't do that. A lot of you act like you're too, Gerald, I'm too special to do that. I'm the real deal. Let's see. Yeah, let me close this out. I don't need any practice. I'm a superhuman. Let's see. I bet it's going to come back, man. I bet this is the bottom. A lot of people think like that, man. They think trading's like easy. Somehow it took you 8 fucking years to get a degree doing what you do. Or my other buddy over there, he's 6 years. He's a pharmacist. I don't think are they doctors? Looks like a horrible job. I ain't gonna lie. I told him that. I was like, fuck, dude, you quit trading to do that? Looks awful. It was me, man. I don't know. Does that look fun to you guys? It looks, I don't know, man. Maybe if you're doing it, I know one dude making a lot of money doing it. Maybe that changes it. But God damn, you're standing up all day looking at pills you can't take. I'd be tempted to take them. I said that the other day, and this guy, everybody act like I can't believe you said that. Oh, you wouldn't? Just me, huh? Okay. All right. Fuck out of here. Just me. I'm the only guy wanting to take. I said, I don't remember what it was the other day. I said it, and everyone looked at me like I was I'd said like I wanted to murder the Pope or something. Like, I forget what it was. And to me, this is like, what did I say? Oh, this chick, I call them civilians. If you're a friend of mine, what is that? Civilian. What I mean by civilian is they're not a hustler. Look at this. I got to get in just for fun. Well, she's tempting me. Look at this. I'm a degenerate gambler. I'll give the whole 2,000 points back. I'll tell everyone else, hey man, stop trading, go home. I go back in the casino. I've been that way my whole life though. They're civilians, man. They're good folks. Probably go to church, pay their bills, don't cause no trouble. Not really trying to get rich, not trying to leave a mark, not trying to draw attention to themselves. They're just good people, man. Just what I call civilians. They're not out. They're not going to rob nobody. They're not scheming. They're not laying awake trying to figure out how to get more Bitcoin if they could leverage that. I mean, you know what I mean? They're just normal, everyday people. Just good working people, man. Like my dad, civilian. There's hustlers. They may be good or bad, but they're hustling, you know? And I don't know, man. The only guy I ever seen that I've ever met who's got Bitcoin on a 1 minute chart in his living room. I mean, well, I shouldn't say that. When I hung out with the professor, he did. But I don't mean, you know, I mean, they're just civilians. And they're not thinking about shit like that. Like, I actually believe if I do that, it'll make it go up. That's crazy, right? Oh, here we go. Yeah, I know. I told her, I think I was telling you guys this. That's a breakout attempt, right? Shit, we might take some off. I might trade like a little, I can't say the B word anymore either. Basically, they gave me this sheet to do the radio thing is I can't say a lot. I got to figure out other ways to say it. Barnacles. I mean, goddamn. Can't say that either. Goddamn. Can't say goddamn. Barnacles. SpongeBob said that shit. Let's see. I'm going to put in a limit order right now in this 41.95 range because it's going to hit it fast. And I'm trading. I got PTSD right now. Can't say that. I had a guy the other day say, you can't just throw that out there like that, Gerald. Why not? I had PTSD, bitch. I was in 2 war zones. I can say whatever the hell I want to say. There's that. How about just you do your job, mute the button when I say something you're not. There's a 30-second delay on this thing. And I asked the guy, I was like, well, can you mute it? And he's like, yeah. Well, then do your fucking job, man. Like when you just listen. And if I say some shit, I can't mute it, man. That don't sound hard, does it? Okay, I got a limit order in at 41. When I was leaving the tattoo shop, though, I went back and I said, hey, man, you're really talented, dude. I'm going to be back and get some work from you. Look at this. It's going good, man. All right, man. We might get this one. All right, man. We might get this one. All right, man. I got to remember that. Sorry, YouTube. I got to remember you can see me, man. I'm still learning this software. That's why I haven't done any regular things here. And then I'm on my other Instagram account. They shut me off after an hour. I don't have influencer privileges here. Motherfuckers. Let's see. I'm teasing, man. I got to stop doing that. I might have the shortest radio show ever. I don't know if anybody's ever been canned on day one, but let's see. That might be me, man. I'm going to try to do it. We're going to try to do some practice runs. I got my buddy Anthony sitting there. 3 keys to a successful life, right? Health, wealth, and mindset. And I want to bring him in. He doesn't know any of this stuff either, and he needs to learn it. So if he sits with me teaching and podcasting, he'll catch on. And we're gonna do some whiteboards, like a table, have some people come in. I got a few musicians I was gonna try to get to play while we're doing it. We're gonna practice the idea, but I'm bringing him in because his story is very, 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 very inspiring, man. It motivates me to want to do other things better. I think other people would think the same. And then the fact that he doesn't know any of this and interested, then it's like, okay, well, let's share your story while I share my message, and then you can listen. And he's funny, man. We hang out a lot. He's funny, dude. I got a limited order in at $41.97 for 1,000 shares because I started doing a little revenge trading there. They stopped that when you get married. That don't work anymore. Let's see. I thought I did. Let me put in a limit order. Apparently, I can't say those things either. So I've been trying to practice talking without saying dumb shit and yet somehow being entertaining. And it's very difficult, man. Well, hey, welcome to KCBD3. This is Johnny A on the air. We're going to talk today about interest rates. I hope I can't do that. I can't say, hey, one idea is just to get your shit together. Is it true God gave us a second kidney for startup capital? Yeah, see, that's tweetable, man. That's some shit I tweet, and then somebody will be like, Gerald, I lost my kidney, and I don't find that very funny. Next thing you know, bam, I'm off Twitter. I'm like, damn, it was kind of funny, though, right? Let's see. I don't know if it's quite that bad. I don't think that would get me, but I had commercials. I had advertisers for a minute on the podcast because I got up to 1,000 listens, per episode, and people started, hey, would you run this commercial? I'm like, sure. Sure. And, as long as it ain't for some weird shit. And they let you request. There's some you could pick. And I was like, well, this will be funny. Obviously I'm fucking around. And I did this, it was body lotion. I thought it was funny, man. And my wife's like, what are you doing? And I was like, it's female body lotion. So I asked them to do the commercial. Anyway, it ran like for, I don't know how many listens. And then they immediately pulled it down. It wasn't an appropriate match. Here we go. My listener base is 80% men. So I thought I would select the female hygiene products, things like that for my. See, to me, that's funny. I get it. Maybe that's not funny to most people because to me, it's ironic. It's the opposite. That's what makes it funny, right? It's like, it'd be like if my audience was all female and then I had commercials for like, I don't know, some lumberjack shit. To me, that's funny. I'm just messing with the advertisers on purpose because they don't pay enough. And I just thought it would be funny. And it got clipped fast. It didn't even, I don't know how many, I don't even think it got 100 listens. I just knew my male listeners would be like, what the fuck? Like in the middle of me talking. Have you guys heard about the new whatever? It was like, I thought it was funny. And yeah, they took that down. Let's see. Then Google sent me, it's playing with our emotions, man. Look how close that was. Now, that might make you fucking, I'm going to be a scalper in and out. But yeah, then that's a different kind of trading. And there, scalping has its own drawbacks. So, and then I was, they sent me this list of shit you can't say on YouTube in the first, is it 30 seconds? It's first 30 seconds or 3 minutes. And then there's some shit you can't say in 6 minutes. And then there's shit you just can't say. And it was like, I don't know if I should say it now. RAPE. Can't say that word at all. No matter, not a joke. You can't even say it if it happened to you and you were telling a story. You're not allowed to say the word. I'm like, but it's in the dictionary, dude. Like, what do you mean you can't say the word? Like, you cannot save that word if you want your video to be at all on the algorithm. Yeah, they don't stop you. They just remove you from like your followers seeing it and all that stuff. We got close, man. So this is the boring part. But this is like, say I'm writing or something, listening to me. Oh, bam! Come on, baby. See, and I might blurt out that word right there. Totally uncontrollable. Didn't mean to say it. I apologize. And it happens, man. And so I put an order. I sold the whole thing. You remember earlier when I told you you have to refresh? Remember that? Well, when I put it in, I didn't think the order went in. I put it in again, and it sold all 2,000 shares at $41.95. Now, that's a real thing, man, in trading. That's why paper trading is such a good thing. You get to work out all those kind of dumb things. So I'm not in it, but I am in TSLL. We'll let this thing run. Yeah, that happens, man. And I've done it the other way where you meant to sell and you actually end up buying, like you're trying to get out of a trade and you're like, instead of selling, you end up buying. And that is one thing that, and it's cool. Look, it's coming down. I could get right back in. So if something like that happens to you, just jump back in. Like, look, it's coming back to the price that I sold the one. So let's try that. What did I say it sold it at? It filled me at $41.95. I'm just because, look, I'm gonna just buy it right there. What's that? See now, look, it doesn't show. I gotta hit refresh. Gerald, that's because professionals don't trade on an iPad. Ooh, filled me at $41.98. That sucks. So due to my own stupidity, what's up, Manny? I lost many. What's up, bro? Look, now it's going to come down and give me that better fill. Man, I was just on here. We got in here. It started playing. The last 3 day trade attempts had the last 2 lost. I held on this when it came back. I remember I took half off, put it back on. Long story short, E-Trade's been messing up a little bit. And I put a limit order to sell half of my position, which was 1,000 shares at $41.95 or 6 right over here. And looked like it wasn't going to get hit. And it just jumped. Anyway, I didn't hit refresh, so I didn't think it took the order. So I put in another one, and I took out my whole damn position. Now, normally I would have sold half there, and now I'm hoping that it keeps drifting, right? So on that 7-period RSI, I'm taking money down. You could add this to the daily if you wanted to be more aggressive. I don't actually use this on the daily, but you could use a 7. And so I'm gonna wait on this next one. And so, it's a little bit off. If it keeps going, I mean, we got another anchor point, almost a box here. Remember, this is where we were getting in right here. And so it's getting stuck right there where we started trying to get in that trade because I thought it was a box, remember? We're right here at the 200. I thought it was going to be a box and we're going to rip. I got in and then we got stopped out. Now it's stopping right there where we did that game. I feel like I'm back in flow, man. I was about to end it, but let's do some push-ups, man, and give this just a second. I'm up pretty nice in this TSL intertrade right now.
Try. I won't even try. I give up before I even try. No. Oh, I tried, but I fell short. I tried my best, but I fell short. Is there victory in that? Goddamn right it is. Anytime that you give your best effort, that you give everything that you possibly can give, there is satisfaction in knowing that I did my absolute best. I did all I could do. There's victory in that. There's satisfaction in that. Have you ever went out for something, tried to do something, and when you got home quietly in your room, you knew that you had that much more that you could have gave, but you didn't want to look ugly in the face of your girlfriend was looking, or your boyfriend was looking. You didn't want to frown up like that and look embarrass yourself. So I held back a little bit. And you know in your heart,
oh man, here we go.
you did not give everything that you had.
I love this. 23. I've had 23.
You don't know.
So long.
Oh man, I could have done a little better than that. I could have tried a little harder. And if I had, I promise you that you would have been satisfied with your effort. Effort is so important. It is so important. The effort that you give. Last competition, I was unsuccessful in my attempt, but I consider it my greatest competition. Why, CT? You didn't get it. Because the day before that competition, my doctor looked me in the face and he said, if you go out there and you try to bench press 705 pounds, it's going to kill you. Your valve is too weak. It'll be too much of a strain. It will explode right there on the stage and you're going to die in front of all people. My doctor told me that. And then he asked me, Mr. Fucker, are you still going to compete? And I looked at him. He was a fucking fool. Are you crazy? I have trained my whole life for this. I've devoted my life to this. This is the reason for my existence. This is why I am here. And you're asking me if I am going to compete? He looked at me like I was crazy, and I'm looking at him like he's crazy. Of course I'll compete. If I do happen to die on that stage tomorrow, then you know what? So fucking be it. So be it. I guess that's why they call me crazy. So be it. I'm gonna tell you guys a story, then I'm gonna leave with my favorite story. I'm out of here. Bunch of trainers. The story is about a lion cub. A little lion cub.
All right, you little guy. Sorry, grab some. All right. Yeah, hey, on Instagram here, I'm just resting my other account. It helps sometimes if you just stop posting. especially me. I overpost. I use my story a lot. I don't know. I've said the other day, what are you doing? I said, stock porn. What are you doing? I may have just lost internet. She's like, what? I said, stock porn. I don't know what else to call it. That's what they call it, right? Like, whatever you're into, you know. The black and white pictures of Bitcoin, shit like that at the house. I think it's cool. Obviously, if you're not into stocks, you wouldn't think it's cool. Here we go. So I got someone help. Looks like they're going to be helping me with the newsletter. I've got someone right now helping me with Discord. They're using my handle right now, so it'll look like it's me. In the future, it won't. Just, you know, I don't want them in there fucking things up. You got to be careful who you give God mode to. I was like, dude, why am I at 0? It's because I was the dipshit that got out at $41.95. So you see, this has been what? 3 cents. How long? Like 6 minutes. Boom! There we go, baby. There we go. So now I'm looking for 42.08, right? I mean, you know, a little below that, but come on, baby. I'm looking for like 42.8. I'm gonna drop Instagram. My phone's dying. I grabbed the wrong phone. We'll finish this out on YouTube and we'll see where it goes. I'm really right now just practicing with this software, Yard Stream, trying to stream a better way so that we can add more computers, more cameras, and make this kick it up a little bit so it can function without man. Whenever you dump, if you split with your other boys, Manny, maybe you should come teach stocks with me. So I'm trying to connect things a little better too. It's hard. I don't want to hire professionals at it, you know, because they want to get paid. I ain't looking to pay them. I'm looking to grow them, if you know what I mean. And luckily, I can do all those things. I would just like to focus on trading when we're teaching and focus on the whiteboard when we're doing that. And when we're podcasting, I don't want to be worrying about the fucking volumes and whose ears and what's that while trying to talk to a guest. It gets it's easy at first, but then as you try to expand it out, it gets hard to and so just like trading's a skill. Like right here, we're just making money right now while I'm talking. It's just going up, and I'm trying to watch the level too. Man, the volume is not that big, man. I don't know what's up with that. Shit, we're back, man. We're back in flow, baby. So right now, what I'd like to do is, bam, we hit a thing, switches cameras. I'm at the whiteboard, man. I'm at the whiteboard. And we take this off to the side. Now, you can do all that. And you can do all this with this other software, but it's really hard to do all that and be the trader and the talker and control the buttons. It is not easy, man. And so now I got to kind of limit it because I can't do all that in like actually in a trade right now. So, you know what I mean? And we could bring up other charts. So a lot of stuff you can do if you have people that know how to do it, man. Podcasting too. Now, what a lot of people try to do is shortcut it, man. They just immediately, I'm just going to be fancy. I'm just going to have the problem is you miss the grind and you miss connecting everything. And then you end up doing someone else's thing. That's the problem if you work with, a crew of handlers. That's just a little inside the influencer educator world. You can make money. No bullshit. I mean, if you know what you're doing, just let this go. I mean, I leave a ton of money on the table. I just don't have any, because I didn't get rich doing this. You know, all my properties, no, that's not true. I bought a couple. I bought my high-end ones since I've been on Instagram, but it wasn't Instagram money. It was, I got my beach house because I flipped a property I bought 16 years ago. You know, well, fuck, that's a video. You know, that's a lot of videos, actually. And while doing that, you know, I just studied trading like a lunatic every day, just like you see me now. I've been doing this every day. And, you know, I was trying to show a friend of mine, I don't even know where to start, man. Like, you know, like when someone says, where do I start? It's, I don't know if you ever feel like this, if something like you've known for a long time. I mean, you know, like obviously I should know that, except the person asking me, they're just asking because they know me. You know what I mean? It's not like a kid that's interested in trading. He's like, man, I'd like to learn how to trade. This guy's asking me because he knows I sit home, trade. I don't go any, you know what I mean? Like I do what I want. Looks like I have a little money. I hang out. They were like, man, that looks good. And it's like, yeah. Well, I want to know how to trade. And it's like, I mean, you're so far from there that, man, you better want it because you like to trade, you know, like you, same in real estate, man. You run out and buy one house. There we go. What did we say? I'm going to take it down when that RSI hits 70. I know we already did here, but it worked it off enough that I need to respect that and take it down some more. And this is how we're going to take down the trade over time. Let that go for a second. One more pop. I'm watching level 2 and it wants to, man. Come on, 4203, 40035. Yeah, it's going to push. Give it just a second. And it's like, man, he wants to do it because of this. And it's like, man, I just wanted to trade. It never even occurred to me. I just thought, fuck, I could make some money doing that. I never thought like, I just want to do, like, that never occurred to me. It looked like something I could do while I was doing something else. You know what I mean? And I'm all about the layer. The layer. You know, like I had a full-time job. I start fucking around with this. I need more money. So I have a truck. I start mowing yards. I mean, it was so easy that there's no Uber or DoorDash. Man, ain't no fucking way. I have a nice car. I got friends that got nice cars, live in this city, and they don't do Uber or DoorDash because they're proud. They're like, I'm not doing that. I'm like, you're broke, dude. What in the fuck are you talking about? You can't be broke and proud, bro. That's just dumb. Like that. I mean, that's just dumb, dude. That don't even make sense, man. I was like, dude, I got shares in this goddamn thing. Like this thing, you don't understand what this company's doing to it. I understood it, man, because I'm a hustler. I understood, not even just from the once I experienced getting in an Uber and getting to my destination and getting out. I'm old enough that I was like, fuck that. I ain't getting in some stranger's car, man. Are you crazy? Like I remember saying that. Fast forward a couple more years, I got 70 fucking grand in the stock. That's a lot of money, dude. That's a lot of money, dude. When you know, I have about 3 million invested total across the board in all things. Here we go. Boom. Selling some. 4209, baby. How do you go from I'm not getting in a stranger's car to like it's your top speculative investment? Because my mind is open. Look at that. Told you we were going to bang that top. Damn. Push-ups. Come on, YouTube. Oh, YouTube can see me, huh? What in the fuck, dude? You can't smoke weed on the radio either, by the way. You can on Spotify. They don't give a fuck. You can't even smoke what looks like weed. I had this rapper guy I was going to bring on. I'm like, well, I got a feeling he's going to want to. Let's see. Elon must smoke weed on YouTube. Here we go. Boom. I'm down to 700 shares. I'm going to go ahead and take down a little bit more. That's what I don't understand. I only bring that up. I mean, how the fuck did BitBoy get fired for taking speed pills and having an affair? How the fuck can you get fired on a YouTube channel for having an affair? And then how the fuck do you bring your wife on there and embarrass her in front of everyone? Like, it's still going, baby. Now, 700 shares, just let this run, man. I don't understand how you get fired from your own company, man. How does that happen? I'm going to kill this one so I can hear what's up. Let me let you guys in on something. If I have an affair and I get caught with drugs, as soon as they let me, if I get arrested or something, I'm going to go back live and I'm just going to do what I was doing. Like, I'm just going to, and if they somehow took my channel, I'm just going to start the official Full Auto 1-1. Like, I can't understand. Like, he went on there crying. It's like, yeah, I get it. You're having some problems right now. Man up, dude. Get your shit together. Let's go. The fuck, man. So that was the message I sent him. And if anybody knows him, I'd like to get him on the podcast. I asked him to come on. And if he'd do me a favor and not do that little crybaby bullshit, that would be cool with me. So he may not get on. Oh, cool. Look at this. Look. I'm on. Look, Mom, I'm on TV. That looks okay, right? With the MFG logo up there. I need to drop what you guys see up here. One day I might have some shit I don't want you to see, probably. Let me kill that. The volume's loud, huh? You know what my wife says? I was in 2000, Dominique. You know, we live trade this in our channel there in the MFG. There's quite a few of us. Most of you guys are in here, but I get stragglers. I don't advertise, so you're just gonna have to put up with me doing that sometimes. Oh, I'm gonna sell some of this. I wasn't gonna talk to you guys about that, was I? So my buddy that doesn't trade but would like to learn, who's never really been an investor, but he's interested. He's was a fireman and was blown up in an explosion and was burned over 40% of his body, spent 6 years in the fucking hospital getting grafts. His face is almost completely burned off. All the tattoos he had in his body were gone. It's a fucking horrific story. I've heard it 4 times, and every time I hear it, I'm just like, and it goes for a long time when it's, you know, he was young, man, spent almost a decade like that. Couldn't go outside. Now, you know, it's healed a lot. It's been over 100 surgeries. You know, you just think, oh, maybe he had really bad acne when you're looking at, you know what I mean, at first, till you get to know him. And then you see his hands are fucked up, fingers are, I mean, he's fucked up, man. And guess what? Gets up every day, goes to work. He started tattooing because he loved tat. He was the first person to ever be tatted who had burnt skin. Here's what's funny. Me and my wife are going over there the other day, and true stuff. He'll fuck with you. I'd actually burnt the shit out of my hand. And I'm just sitting over there. We've been drinking, partying, you're kind of loosey-goosey. You're sitting there. I'm like, God damn, dude, burned the fuck out of my hand. Just keeps hurting. And he was like, oh, did that burn? Like fucking with me. And when he first said it, the way he said it, it was kind of like a dick, but when you're around someone who has some sort of, I don't want to say disability, I don't know what you call it, you kind of forget they have it, So it wasn't even clicking in my mind. And then you realize, like, goddamn, like almost everything you're going to bring up, like my knee was bothering me. And it's like, is it that bad, Jerome? Is it like 6 years in a fucking hospital bed? My point being is things are relative, and it's inspiring to me. Like, you'll think, man, you're having a tough day. And then you bump into my buddy and it's like, all right, what's up, man? And it's like, I don't know, man, it has this effect on me that it's like, fuck, dude, I just got it. I got to do a little more, And I love that, man. I like being inspired, and that kind of shit does it for me. And he doesn't know he has that effect really, because that's not what he's trying to do. But when you see someone and you got 5 perfect fingers and they got 3 kind of working and they're over there doing shit. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, maybe I could just put a little more into that trading. Maybe I could do a little bit more push-ups. Yeah. What a run, huh? I think I made 3,000 or more point. I don't want to lie, dude. Yeah, my man says, do I not work because I have and I'm insecure? Right. And it's like, I'm not downplaying that. I'm not saying that because my fucking knee hurts, irregardless. And me and him have these conversations. And what's cool is I can have that conversation with him like that and talk about, in my opinion, is some kind of deep shit, And also the interaction, and I want him to tell this stuff. I don't want to be telling his story. I want him to come on and, the interactions people would have with him. And I've been there where people come up and, ask him what happened. I'm like, what kind of fucking question? Like that freak. I'm going to sell a little more here. Selling 200 chairs. God damn, dude. I had a hell of a day today. I ain't gonna lie. It's good too. My wife's out looking at some $900 fucking chairs. $900 fucking dollars for a chair. Fuck out of here. She ain't even got a job, man. She could go make some chairs. Fuck, man. Go learn how to make chairs. $900, I could get her a course on making furniture, and she could make us some shit. What's up, G? How many shares? I'm just kidding. Don't be. Somebody sent a message to my wife the other day. Did you know your husband? I was like, no, you did not, dude. I was like, wow. All right, we should be worried right here, okay? Yeah, you got to hear my buddy tell this story, though, dude. I've heard it 4 times, and every time I'm just like, I'm down to 500 chairs, so I'm going to let this sit. I'm just like, fuck, dude. I need to get my shit together. Like, wow. Some of the things that I'm over here crying about. That's the effect it has on me, Maybe not everyone else, but it's like, and I'm going to kill it on YouTube. I know, dude, but Doc, did you have a big day trading? Wife goes, oh, look at these. Like, they've been planning to buy these chairs for a minute. I don't mind that. I'm just bullshitting. I'm exaggerating. I spend money. I don't spend money on furniture and shit. She likes antiques, furniture, whatever. If that's, cool, it's in the house. I'd rather do that. I really don't care. Like, we have here's how this has been for our marriage. If this will help you. If it is under $1,000, don't fucking call me. Like, I'm busy. I'm doing shit. I don't want to have a conversation about a fucking chair. If you really like the chair or the whatever, or the gun or the whatever, if it's under $1,000, you're a grown person. Do it. We don't need to talk about it. Now you might say, well, our finances, well, don't get them so goddamn tight then, dude. Go make enough money that you don't live that tight, And we do that through a series of accounts. I have, 17, 18 accounts. Account brokerage accounts and all that. So I don't know, maybe some people struggle because they're young. I don't know. But as you mature, look at it. We're still running, dude. Holy shit. That's why I haven't canceled it. Boom, look at this. Yeah, collected $647 last night in dividends, by the way. Posting that on my other channel. It's a big month for dividends. 641, I'll take it. 563 yesterday. Winning day trades today. Winning day trades yesterday. Every day I'm trying to work, man. I try to do one-on-ones every day. Oh, shit. All right, man. I've been on here way too long. You guys be good. This trade's been great, man. If anything I can do to help you, let me know. Appreciate you, YouTube. I think I got this thing down, man. So I'll get this shit a little more together. And the intros and all that. I got a guy where I'm going to try to make this a little better for everybody's viewing experience. So 2 hours. What is wrong with me? It didn't even feel like 2 hours. I was just watching the stocks. I was going to start trying to do this thing because obviously I can't talk every morning, but I was doing that where I was playing some Jim Rohn and some old shit, and people liked it. And I'll be trading anyway. So what I may do is just go live at a certain time. We're going to test this. Play some Jim Rohn. And if there's something to be said or entries, then I'll just say it. Probably just do it on the thing, and that would be it. And I don't know. Maybe we'll see how that goes. I may make that a private stream. I don't know. And it'll be emailed out or something. I don't know. I got to think about this. But I would like to do that. I think it would be cool. It makes it funner, man. And you can't be bullshitting, man. You know what I mean? Like, you see it. I can't fake this. I mean, even if I'm not in a trade, like pretending, whatever, you see it going up. I had a guy the other day, I was saying, well, I'm paper trading. He was like, well, you're just people. Well, fuck, didn't. I mean, you could buy it too, dude. I'm just showing you. You can't, trying to tell him I can't legally come on here and do that, man. That's why I try to stress to everyone paper trade. And it is true. You need to practice and learn. And the other thing too is this, I want you to see this in real time. Because if you go look at a stock, you're going to see this exact pattern. And it's like, okay, I've seen Gerald handle that like a bunch of times. So like we're coming down, but we've already shaved all the trades off. Well, same when we're swing trading. We wrote up coin. By the time it starts coming down, I'm in half position. So the moves down are half as against me as they were going up. So the down is half. You get what I'm saying, right? That's trade management. I mean, you guys take care.